Hey everyone, Bryan Stahl here, the teacher, the student, and the entrepreneur. Today we're going to talk about something a little different. It's back to school, right? I don't know about you guys, but I have an 18-year-old that just went to University of Pitt. We just dropped him off a couple weeks ago. And I've been having a lot of kids come into my house, and I would always ask them a series of questions. So what do you want to do after high school? The truth is they all had answers, but the truth is most of them don't know, because when I was 18, I had no clue what I wanted to do for the rest of my life, just like most kids don't. So after we went to different universities of Michigan, Pitt, Penn State, NYU, UVA, I started seeing these costs to some of these universities being upwards of $60,000 a year. So I'd always ask these kids a key question. What do you want to do? They would give me the answers of, I want to be a dentist. I want to be a doctor. I want to be an attorney. And I'd say, well, how did you come up with that? And none of them really had great answers. So I changed the question. I started asking them, what kind of life do you want to live? This is my advice to any of you that have kids that are 14, 15, 16, 17 and getting ready to go to school. The answer is not what you want to do. What life do you want to live? So inherently they'd all go, what do you mean? I say, well, do you want to be stuck at a desk 9 to 5? Do you want to travel? Do you want to be in a job that requires you 10, 12 hours of work? Do you want to help people? Do you not care about necessarily money, what you make? What type of life do you want to live? How many vacations do you want to have? Do you know how much it costs to take care of a family and kids? These are questions that school never prepare you for. So today in my day-to-day job, we see thousands of people's finances. I see people that have $100,000 in university debt that make $75,000 a year. So my challenge is to kids and parents is to reverse it backwards. What kind of life do you want to live? What money does that require? I have people coming to me and asking me about helping them grow their business. I always say the same thing. What kind of life do you want to live, and how much money do you want to make, and can that business be scaled? So when you're a kid and you're figuring out what you want to do, you need to do that. So I was blessed. My son ended up getting all straight A's, and Pitt gave him a half scholarship. So half his university is paid. I'm not going to tell you what the right answer is. You have to figure it out for yourself. But I can tell you, I have read books that have taken me an hour and a half to a couple hours to read, that I've gotten more out of universities and classes and putting all that together. So I'm 45 right now. So if I reverse my time back and I'm about ready to go to school, I'm refiguring all of this. The first thing is am I at a school that has a massive network? Can I tunnel into that network? Can I get to people that have a massive network that can help me down the road? And what I am spending on the university of itself, what does that equal to in a job? Like, they'll show you, once you get at XYZ college, university, it pays, the average person makes $55,000, $60,000 a year. You have to look at things in a practical manner, not just this, I want to be an attorney, I want to be a doctor, or I want to be into social services, and you go to a $65,000 a year school. Those things don't work out. So what I started doing is kind of infusing information into my son of practical numbers. And he got it. At the end of the day, he's like, yeah, I don't need to go to a $60,000 a year school for a math degree. I don't need to have all of that debt. And he leveraged himself now to where he's going to have no debt when he gets out of school. He's going to have that time in there, that experience to grow and network. Me personally, I've learned more outside of universities by reading books, by mentors. If I had to do it all over again, university would not have been something that would have benefited me. I would not have done it. I'm not telling you to tell your kids not to go, but I'm telling you, if you're going to, you need to make sure that it makes financial sense, and that you've looked at what life do you want to live, what does that require, do you understand what it takes to take care of a family, and work those practical conversations backwards, because everybody gets caught in the sizzle with the name. They want to impress everybody, right? I want to be a Wall Street guy. I want to do this. It's not the way to make financial decisions going into university. So take my advice, work it backwards, ask the question, what kind of life do you want to live, not what do you want to be? that will circle back to what they want to be at the end of the day. They'll figure it out. Well, I don't want to be stuck at a desk for 5 days. I'd love to see your comments in there. If any of you think that university is a must, if it's specific for, like, obviously you have to go if you're going to be a doctor, or if you think it's actually a waste of time and a waste of money. I'd love to hear your thoughts and your feedback. Thanks a lot. Have a great day. Remember, just jump.